Yo, 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 it's your boy Ultimate Rage coming out of Pulsar Horizon Studios, you know what I'm saying? Coming through in the month of November, getting it cracking right before Thanksgiving. Yeah, we about to get it cracking, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to get my grub on and it's finna be lit, son. I'm finna make this nice big pot of dressing. It's finna be on. People ain't, once you have my dressing, that shit's finna be lit. But, you know what the fuck grinds my fucking gears, man? I swear to God, when people don't follow fucking directions, man. I swear to God, yo. It's like, you can be so clear and succinct and be like, okay, I want you to walk 20 paces north and press the red button. 20 paces north, press the red button. And motherfuckers want to go south. And now the whole situation going south because you couldn't go north. Why? Why, bruh? Why? I just told you, go north 20 paces. I'm enunciating it so that you can understand exactly what I am saying. 20 paces north. Just do that shit. What the hell is wrong with you, man? How can you possibly mess that up? And I ask you, hey, do you understand? Like, yeah, no, I got you, man. I got you. Ain't even got to worry about. And I'm like, all right, cool. So I can go on about my day. I ain't got to micromanage, but no, now I got to micromanage. Now I got to be all over your back. And now, you know what? Why don't I just do it myself? Why don't I just do it myself? Because obviously you are a waste of time. And I try so hard to believe that people are so much better and more competent than that. But it seems like no matter what, people just have this problem of letting you down. You know what I'm saying? But
they will.
With that said, now that we got that out the way, I'm sorry about that. I just had to rage the fuck out. You know what I mean? But I'm sitting here with my boy, Chicago's own, the only, Mav'rick.
M-A-V.
What's good with you, playboy?
What's up, homie? How you feeling,
I'm
man?
Good. Well, I mean, I've been better, you know what I mean? Like I just said, you know, I got to deal with people, not following directions and shit.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you.
Yeah, but anyway, I'm sorry about that, you know what I mean?
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. Sometimes you got to let it out. Don't bottle that shit up. You got to let it out.
This is therapeutic for me, you know, because, like, I actually get to express myself, and I swear to God, all day, every day, it's some bullshit. But enough about me. You know, I want to know about you.
What's up?
What's good with you, bro? Like, I want to know, like, first of all, where are you from? What's good?
Well, first and foremost, you know, of course, like you said, before I go by the name Mavrick, Mav for short, you know, I hail from the windy city of Chicago, Illinois, Southside of Chicago.
Southside was good.
All day, you know, born and raised in the actual.
That shit.
Yeah, you know, the Sox had, the Bulls had, you know, so.
Fuck the Cubs, unless they win. Then it's like,
yeah. But, yeah, so Southside, Chicago, the low end, grew up on the low end. So, you know, if you know that area, if you know the city, you familiar with the region, then, you know about it like back then. So.
Facts.
You know, I'm still here, still rapping the city.
Yeah, it's good to hear, bro. So what kind of music do you do? Like, what exactly, like, do you do? You know what I mean? Like,
well, yeah, I mean, you know, first and foremost, I am a MC. I'm a hip hop artist. You know, you know, I like to, you know, see myself as the thoroughbred, last of a dying breed, if you will, you know, of artists or rappers that, you know, that's really stayed true to the lyrics and, you know, the lyricism, and that can really, you know, go in and just, you know, and deliver those bars like, you know, you could and still be able to write, you know, great music, write, you know, really great songs. So, you know, I am, you know, I'm a hip hop artist, but songwriter. I do, you know, many different things. I write for different, you know, genres as well. I can't sing a lick, so don't ask me to sing shit, but, you know.
I'm alright. No, I'm not. But, so, like, since you do hip hop, like, what exactly developed your passion for it? Like, of all the genres that you could do, what is it about hip hop that, like, captured you and made you, like, want to pursue that? You know what I'm saying?
I think early on, you know, first and foremost, you know, writing music or writing raps or whatever when I was like 12 years old, you know. So at a very young age, it was just something that gravitated to me. You know, I was in awe of the pioneers and the ability for them to come up with these lyrics and these, these metaphors and stuff, these crazy, and it's like I wanted to challenge myself, like I could do that, I could be, I could do just that, when Biggie said, one step kaboom, black suits fill the room, and I'm like, damn, that shit is dope, how could the human mind could conceptualize something, so I just wanted to, challenge myself to, do things, and that was just, I guess the interception where it started, and it just kind of, took root. And
so how old were you when you really started to get into it?
When I really, really started, so I started, going back to childhood, I was always into like, music, of course, but like writing it, and I probably got serious when I was like 15, maybe. I started to like feel like, this is something I could probably, I could do this, I got talent, by that time I've been doing it for a while, and it was either this, it's gonna sound kind of stereotypical, but it was either like, either this or I did hoop, and I'm but my heart wasn't in playing basketball, so I'm like, okay, well maybe I'm gonna just try this music thing out. It's very therapeutic for me, and I think I can, be successful in it.
No, I feel that shit. So you used to hoop too?
Yeah.
So did you like play like, for the team and everything?
It was weird, like locally, but not in high school. It was weird. I was very, it's kind of like coincide with why my name Mavrick. I'm very kind of standoffish. So when it came to like group activities, I didn't like fuck with people. I was very distant and just I didn't go to homecomings and football games and none of that stuff. Like school was over. I'm out of here. I'm back to the hood where I come from. So it was like I robbed myself of a lot of those experiences. I look back and I kind of regret it a little bit sometimes, but I didn't even go to my senior prom.
Me neither.
So it is what it is,
But what's crazy is for me, I had a prom in kindergarten. So it's kind of like we already kind of sort of did it. I mean, we obviously didn't do it, the way they do it in high school.
I'm trying to figure this out. Y'all had a prom in kindergarten?
I know, like, it's crazy. Like, it's like, all the parents are there, like, all the chaperones. We all got our little suits on, and we're in this little room, and we're all dancing. I can dance at the time. Now I can, get it cracking a little bit, you know what I mean? But like at the time, I was just kind of like, I don't really know what I'm doing. Mommy, can you help me? Like, you know what I mean? But
that's
like, but no, it was cool. But anyway, like,
that's dope.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just one of those things. So like, when you were in high school and you was doing it, like, were you like trying to do it seriously, or were you kind of like just playing around with it?
The music.
Bit? Yeah. Like when you would like write, like, were you actually like making songs and like really trying to like construct stuff?
Not yet, because it was like I spent a lot of those early years just honing my craft.
Yeah.
Like I really didn't even have the access to a studio or recording equipment or anything of that nature. Like, we just, the way we grew up, just, I didn't have access to that type of stuff.
Right.
Actually, like, I didn't even have instrumentals. I used to just write lyrics over the real music, like, and try to tune out. I'm tuning out Jadakiss while I'm trying to write to his beat, like, this is how I started. So it was just, years of just me honing my craft because I wanted to make sure I was good before I started trying to let people hear me and get an opportunity to hear what I could do, because I didn't want nobody to get an opportunity to tell me I was whack and tell me I was garbage. I don't like that. So so I'm like that. Before I show the world anything, it's like I check it multiple times to make sure I approve it.
So you're perfectionist. Because of that shit. So what about when you, like, how old were you when you would say you really started to like write actual songs and make projects and like start to record and all that?
Wait,
give me the full breadth of the story.
Okay. Well, I say around like 18, 19, a friend of mine who's still actually my engineer now, Deron, shout out to Mitsa.
Shout out to Devon.
Deron, my man Mitsa, he's super dope, engineer, and he, he introduced me. He wasn't really into it yet, but he introduced me to this gentleman by named Larod Star One. And, you know, I just started going over there, out there, Logan Square, and recording and laying down tracks. And I was, you know,
so he had his own, like, studio?
In-house studio. You know, nice little setup, you know, going on. This was the first time I got a chance to record over real music. So this was around 18, 19 when I started actually making songs. And then I say around, like, you know, going into my 20s, 19, 20, that's when I started moving around the city a lot. Me and my man, Hard Word, Rick. I went to high school with. We was just moving a lot, you know, running up and down the city, performing. We used to hit the Funky Buddha Lounge up a lot, you know.
I've actually been there.
Yeah. So, you know, we been around east of the Rhine and stuff, like just all types of venues, you know, wherever we could possibly perform. And then, you know, I just was releasing little mixtapes locally, trying to, you know, build that buzz and generate, you know, interest and just keep it going. Then around 2012, I decided to, I went down south for a little while, you know, and just, you know,
where at?
Atlanta. So I was like, yeah.
You know, it's crazy. One of my homies did the same thing. Like, he went to ATL.
It's kind of cliche. Yeah, it's kind of thing, you know, for a minute, everybody felt like, you know, you moved to Atlanta and all your dreams would come true. Like, you know, some people would be their worst nightmare. But,
why do you say that?
I mean, you know, Atlanta has a lot of things going on. It's a great place. I call it the Black Hollywood, but it's, you know, it's definitely
the gift and the curse.
You could get swallowed up in the beast if you're not careful down there. If you're not on point, you don't come with a purpose, you know. But you can go down there and make some moves, you know, and make a lot of stuff happen.
So what exactly about ATL made you want to go as opposed to staying up here?
Well, you know, on a personal note, it was like I needed to get away from Chicago for a while. Like, you know, I love this city. I love, you know, my hometown. But I was like, I need to just get away for a while. So I started kind of like, where I'm going to go? And Atlanta kind of just made sense because I knew it was a scene. It was you know, for what I do, the scene was popping. You know, I could have went to New York, but I kind of wanted to change the weather. You know, I wanted to change the whole climate up. You know, go somewhere where it's warm year round. You know, so you know, a lot of things. You know, cost of living is cheaper. You know, opportunities there. You know.
Regulations.
You know, girls are nice. You know, like you know, like a lot of stuff. You know, like you know, everybody ain't mean, and you know, so it's a lot of different reasons. Atlanta's a dope place, dope city.
Yeah, I've never been there actually. I actually hope that I could get there sometime. So
definitely,
like, that's dope as hell. So how long was you down there, and what exactly were you doing there when you was there? You know what I mean?
Well, I was down there for about 3 years. I got then like most of the time I was down there just doing a lot of working and networking and but it was like, you know, you got your work life, of course, you gotta keep the bills paid and stuff like that, and that kind of cast a little shadow over that because I would have rather spent most of my time doing what I love and doing my passions, and that, you know, that experience, honestly, it's a great segue. It kind of like was the framework, you know, going through all that, a lot of stuff I was going through at the time helped me build this project, Rhythm and Blues, that I released back in May. And because it was just those emotions of, you know, like the struggle. You want to do what you love, but you can't quit, you know, completely cross that threshold just yet because you financially not there, you know. So it's like you got to maintain things going on, but you don't want to lose sight of your passions and your goals and stuff like that. So it's a very delicate balance, you know, and it can, you know, can be overwhelming at times, you know.
That's for real, because, like, you know, I actually dealt with the same thing. It's like, essentially, when you're trying to, like, you know, like, you have this passion, but you can't just sit and just do this passion all day, like, you know, in the studio all day, all night, writing bars, making whatever you do, you know what I mean? Like, it's like you actually have to facilitate that, and you actually have to fund that, and you know, you only have so much time to make it happen, and when you don't have the time and the ability to make it happen, it becomes very difficult to be as efficient as possible, you know what I mean? Yeah,
you start to wear yourself thin, and you lose your creative drive, and that's the challenge, you know, to stay creatively like in that zone. So what I would do is you know, no matter what I'm doing throughout the day, if I'm at work or if I'm out and about running errands, take care of business, I would just try to stay in a creative state of mind and not let anything, and utilize life things that's going on around me to kind of fuel that creativity. And I'm always on my phone writing lyrics. Sometimes people might think I'm talking to myself because they, you see me and I'm mumbling to myself, but I'm really rapping out loud, but I'm just kind of in my own world, what I'm saying?
So you actually write on your phone, like, cause
just, my bad, many different ways, what on my phone I might use, I might just write some notes, so I might, try to retain a couple of bars I smoke, so that's not always the great, because I'm very, I forget shit, and I be mad at myself for forgetting these songs and stuff like damn, so it's writing is safer, it's safer, but I don't always be in a space to write, so I just try to kind of keep it moving.
All right, so I'm gonna touch on your project in a little bit, but like I just want to kind of like get the full story up to that point. So, what made you decide to leave from ATL and come back, or did you come back?
Well, yeah, I came back officially in 2015, and at the time it was just a lot of stuff going on personally and family-wise that was kind of like driving that. And I did feel like I had a lot of unfinished business to tend to coming back here. One thing I realized, and this could be like some people could take advice, just going through it, like, if you building momentum, if you got yourself going, if you got a good thing going, don't disrupt it. Like when I moved to Atlanta, it was cool. Dope opportunities and experiences came my way, but I did kind of mess up my flow because I was starting to build a lot of momentum here, and then me going there, kind of like you got to restart, you got to start over. Now and it was like I wasn't able to really translate it, so I took a step back, and it was just like, okay, it's a learning, process. That that's just something I think people should always be mindful of.
Right, and that's dope because like, I swear to God, like it's in a way I'm hearing my story and your story, because I went to the same thing. Like I went to Michigan, like I went to school in Michigan. But then like I left from there and I went back for like maybe like half a year, and I went through the same kind of thing, and things just didn't work out, and I had to come back. And one thing that I remember Ice Cube said, like back in the day, he was like, if you how can you expect to take over the game if you can't even do stuff in your own hood? You know what I mean? It's like, how can you go over here think you finna take over this spot or that spot if your own hometown is not where you know what I mean?
You have to establish yourself before you take your road, showing the road, exactly. Like, okay, and that's just a life lesson all the way around. Something you can just no, don't mess up your own flow. If you got a good thing going, a lot of people sabotage themselves. I think I got a theory that a lot of people are scared of success, and a lot of people, success, like people love the idea of success, but actually having it like paralyzes them, and it's like, what am I gonna do with it? It's
like putting in the actual work and actually like doing, like taking the steps to actually achieve that success.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why when you build it slow, when you go through the struggles and the trials and tribulations, it's like that's what's preparing you to be able to, if and when you get to that level, you'll be able to handle it better because you done dealt with so much bullshit up until that point. It's like nothing can faze me. The setbacks, the disappointments, nothing can stop me. But when it's like seemingly overnight, just like anything, a relationship or anything, anything that's overnight doesn't have a strong foundation, it's gonna crumble. Just a little bit of pressure.
It's like I think there's an old adage, something like, like the star that shines brighter burns out faster, something like that. You know what I mean? Like, and that's for real. You know what I mean? Like we was talking earlier off camera. Like, somebody like Tupac. Like he was such a dynamic person, a dynamic force. I'm not saying that he, just came out overnight, but it's just like the lifestyle he lived. It was just like he was just such a like strong, passionate person. He was doing all these things, putting out all these projects, but then like, he died at such a young age, you know what I mean? And it's like, he accomplished so much in that time, but it's like, who knows like what kind of impact he could have become. So getting back to you though, like, so you come back to Chicago, the Chicagoland area. So what's happening now?
Well, I immediately went back into just building this my brand Mavrick Entertainment, brand Mavrick Music, and working on getting that together, Umbrella Publishing.
Yeah.
Getting all of the inner workings of that together. I started working on rhythm and blues, and I spent the first year back home just completely in production mode working on that. So since I released that in May, I just been doing a lot of performing and moving around and seeking out as many opportunities to continue to push along and make this thing bigger and let people know that it is good music and not good music, great music in the city of Chicago and I wanted to just do my part, and as far as hip hop, as far as the hip hop culture goes. So, really then I'm looking forward to my album, my official debut album next year, that I'm planning for next year. I'm holding back the title for right now. I got it, but I'm gonna hold back the title for a little while.
You gonna come back and let us know what that's
next
about,
time,
right?
Next go around, we're gonna have the title. I might have a single.
You gonna get that exclusive, you know what I mean?
For sure. But yeah, definitely. I just been working, just trying to stay busy and trying to stay focused, but really still trying to completely cross that threshold that I just mentioned. Leave one part of my lifestyle behind so I can do this, and I'm on the cusp of that. And it's a lot of good things moving forward, and I think 2018. I'm not trying to change anything, but I think 2018 moving forward is gonna be big, because it's just a lot of stuff. We got the Rhythm and Blues concert that I'm putting together. That's gonna be big, so we working on.
When you trying to make that happen?
Well, I would like to do it. I'm thinking sometime in the spring, maybe sometime like around March, like just to get everything together. Like I would like this nice concert that I'm gonna invite a lot of dope artists that I know and I'm affiliated with from around the city out, and I'm trying to figure out the venue right now. I got a couple places in mind, so I'm not gonna put anything if it ain't concrete. But yeah, so
well, once you get all the details,
definitely,
let a brother know. You know what I'm
absolutely.
Saying? I might have to get on the bill or something. You know
sure.
what I'm saying? Lay down some bars or something. So your project Rhythm and Blues,
yes,
like
sir.
This is your kind of your first big project, like if I'm not mistaken, right? Like,
well, yeah, I mean, I would say like my biggest, the one I put probably the most, energy and me into thus far. I conceptualized Rhythm and Blues like maybe back in 2014. Just the whole concept of it. But
so tell me what that's about. Like why rhythm? I mean, this is rap, right?
Rhythm
so
and Blues
why
and Southside
Rhythm and Blues. You know what I mean? Like,
well,
what's that about? You know what I mean?
Rhythm and Blues and Southside
You about to be singing on this?
Nah, but
Mary J. Blige up in this?
Nah, I wish though sometimes, but well, basically the concept Rhythm and Blues is, I broke down Rhythm and Blues in Chicago being, somewhat like the birthplace of blues. I wanted to play off that, and play off, the vibe of the city. It's like the rhythm is the music, and the blues is the heart of the city and what everybody going through. And you think about Chicago, you think about it almost kind of feels like there's a black cloud constantly over the city. It's like, not so much, every time you hear us in the news, it's all, Chicago had the many murders, and it's just always something crazy. Yeah. So I wanted to make a project for the city, Rhythm and Blues, a Southside tale. And that's, like I really wanted to crystallize what it was like to grow up on the south side of Chicago and what it was like to be on the south side of Chicago and inject my personal stories, but also like just really accurately depict it, and as far as best as I can. And that's, I think I did a really good job of, delivering that, just the mood, not just the music, but the overall feel of the project. So this is something I'm really proud of, and what I initially released it as a mixtape, but then what you talked about with the re-release of an EP with just all of the original music on it. One of the songs you're gonna hear a little later. And it's a very hard album, very honest. It's certain records. I gotten calls from friends like you can't put that record out. You're gonna sabotage yourself. If you say certain things, and it's like I have to be honest. That's like those the artists that are sin beyond. And you got to put it on the line sometimes and not be afraid to take the strap nail of the criticism that may come your way. And so that's it's very melodic. It's a very melodic project, but it's very honest and truthful, lyrical. So
That's
dope.
what's up. So with all that in mind, because you said something earlier about you want to like you really heavily emphasize lyricism and stuff like that. Like what influences your lyricism in terms of both like the artists that influence it and just you being lyrical. You know what I mean? Like say like say for me like. I'm a nerd, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I can't help it, you know what I mean? But it's
I hear you.
So it's like I know a lot of words, like I got a 32 on the ACT in English and I was getting an F in English. Yeah. You know what I mean? But like I didn't even know I was even able to do that. So it's like for you, like what inspires you, what motivates you, and who are the artists that motivate you in that sense?
Okay, well, I guess what inspires me is life. Just life as I'm living it, and to tell my story and to convey my truth in music, and that's been the best way. And it's always been very therapeutic. Some of my darkest times is like what helped me cope was, getting a pen and a piece of paper and just start writing. I wasn't even necessarily talking about what was going on, but just the writing lyrics just was like, my escape, it was like way before process. It was marijuana, anything, any type of vice, you could have, it was music. That was my muse, and that's what it is. And what, as far as like lyrics, what drives me to be a great lyricist is like, just kind of how I got introduced to hip hop, you had to be nice back in the day, so coming into it, I was comparing myself to the legends already. Like I was in my, bedroom and, with clothes and shit everywhere. And I'm writing and, but I'm like, I want to be as good or better than Biggie. I want to be as good or better than Nas and whoever I felt like was just the shit at the time, Back then it was like X and, and people like that,
Right.
And I just wanted to be better. I just wanted to be as good, and I felt like, then, think about when era we was coming in, that was when battle rapping was still hard, so the lyrics and stuff, all, you had to be nice, and I just wanted that, and also New York, like the East Coast rather, the East Coast style of music, it's kind of like what influenced me the most, like just kind of coming into it, like that whole flavor, Midwest, we had our thing, but we didn't have no artists, and it was like scattered kind of. West Coast, they kind of like tailed off, and it was just East Coast was super strong. So
I mean, they did kind of create it.
So it was like, it's like coming into it, it was like, okay, I don't want to sound like these guys, but I always kind of got teased about that, like I ain't trying to sound like, New York cats, but I always just like the lyricism and the approach to rhyming, but I'm like, okay, I want to be very Chicago centric, everything I'm talking about, I'm from here, so we gonna
the city.
This is about Chicago, and even my verbiage usage is Chicago based. So and as far as like artists go, the greats, man, like
so give me like your top 5.
I kind of inevitably knew it was coming. That's like the I amended my top 5.
You always gonna amend your top.
I amended my top.
There's so many great artists, you can't. It's like you can't have just one top 5.
Well, I break it down. I get very scientific with my when we had these debates, but in no order.
Okay. I'll let you get that.
All time, dead or alive, I would say like Biggie, Pac, Jay, Nas, and DMX.
That wasn't scientific at all. That's like so
No, for some people it changes. Some people
So
Nas is on the list, Jay ain't on their list, so it's different for some people. True. But I just look at the body of work of those guys, and I say that's like the Mount Rushmore. You can't really name so many. Eminem is like maybe my sixth man coming off the bench.
Sixth man.
That's
my starting quarterback, son. That's
his body of work don't reflect it. I'm sorry, I love Eminem. I don't want this to get out one day and he put out a record against me and shit.
We got time. We got time, guys. How much time we got? Because, I'm sorry, son. Yo, doggy. God, yo. you fucking up, son. His body of work ain't like that, son.
I'm just saying, there's a couple of misses in there.
So,
There's a couple of misses in there.
there's a couple misses in all these guys.
Not many though. Like with Tupac and Biggie, they didn't have a large body of work to go off of. Tupac had like 5 albums. Upon death, while he was alive, he released like 5 albums. I believe Tupac. Biggie was only allowed to see one technically. Then Life After Death came out right after he passed away. You know, but I just think, you know, like I just look at the artists and their whole career. That you gotta span their whole career and be like, okay, well, what you been doing your whole career? This is why, you know, I say Nas is like, to me, I think Nas is 1A, 1B sometimes. Like, you know, go back and forth with like, the best rapper of all time.
All right.
But, you know, it's just like, you know, some guys got misses in there, so you got to count that in. It's like LeBron and his finals record, how people don't like to count his finals record, and his losses like, oh, well, you know, he was young when he lost to San Antonio. It's still an L.
Yeah, he was young, man. Like,
but it's still an L.
but he took this terrible team to the finals, though. You know what I mean?
So we giving out E for effort, or
yeah, you got to. You know
no.
Because I mean, how many people you know leading a team at such a young age? You know what I mean?
Okay.
Isn't he so much better than Jordan? I'm sorry, I can't even get that out without.
Yeah, like
yeah. 6
this whole interview almost ended like, you know. Okay, on that note.
No, but on some real shit, like,
yeah.
I mean, I feel you on. I mean, your opinion's your opinion, even though it's wrong. But you know, it's cool. But no, I mean, you know, all the guys you list, of course, are legends in the game. You know, forever, and you know, Nas is one of my personal, like, you know, like I have him tied with Eminem and Big L personally, because I feel like, you know, for Eminem, he's got a long career, you know what I mean? Like, you can't say that about, like, you know, Pac and Biggie, because they were so short-lived, you know, even though what they did was great, but at the same time, like, I feel like Eminem was way more lyrical than either of those dudes, and, like, he had some of the most classic songs and albums and stuff like that.
Unless I listen to Eminem album.
Huh?
Unless I listen to an Eminem album.
His last album?
When the last time you listened to it, like you just like, oh, I feel like listening to some Eminem right now.
I mean, like, okay, see, I'm kind of a weird
You kind of get where I'm going with this? Like,
no, I get where you're going, but see, the thing is, I'm a weird dude, because, like, I've been doing a lot of stuff. I don't even listen to a lot of music anymore, like, because I'm so focused on my own thing.
Yeah,
like, I'm better than all these motherfuckers. Eminem, Nas, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I feel you.
I know it sounds crazy, but, like, you know, I feel like I'm the best, you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't listen to a whole lot of and plus, like, I'm a super nerd, and I'm really into, like, you know, existentialism and stuff like that. So I'm really focused on, like, trying to understand the nature of our reality. You know what I mean? Like,
definitely.
I don't know if you think about that sort of stuff at all.
Absolutely. We can,
So,
you know.
Yeah, we could delve into it. How much time we got? Keep going. All right, so, yeah, I got. So, essentially, like, one thing I think about is, like, you ever seen The Matrix?
yeah, absolutely, of course.
So the Matrix trilogy is actually, like, my favorite, like, movie trilogy, like, of all time. And I know a lot of people hate the second and third one, but I just feel like people just didn't understand them, and that's why people don't like them as much. But, like, I love The Matrix because it's, like, I mean, it's not the most original in terms of introducing simulation hypothesis type of stuff, but at the same time, like, I feel like it incorporates a whole lot of stuff at once, and it's, like, really layered to such an extent that, like, a lot of people don't understand all the layers. Like, they only just see, like, everybody's in this video game type land, and that's it, you know what I mean?
Well, I'm sorry. It's kind of like, you know, into a way less extent, it's kind of like the Bible in a way, because the Bible is layered and it's coded, you know. So you watch a movie like that, you got to look beyond the what's on the surface of it.
Yeah.
A lot of people just look at the special effects and they know the surface, but they don't understand
cool. It's cool.
A lot of my music reflect, you know, a lot of my personal beliefs and the way I see the world, and I just felt like it was imperative to really try to do that, because I didn't want to be a part of the problem. I want to be part of the solution, and that's my whole angle in this world, in this life now. Like, so how could I utilize my talents in a way that's gonna be more progressive, in total line between being, you know, projecting positivity, but also, you know, not boring people and being all preachy and shit, you know, because nobody wants that, you know. So I think the best way to be in Pac was somebody that did this, like, you know, great, you know what I'm saying, because he was able to teach you and talk to you and have real talk with you, but still be entertaining. And that's a lot of those guys, the conscious rappers don't get, is the entertainment value of it. And I think that's something I do really, really well, you know. Records on POS is, that's one of the records. Records on R&B reflect that, like POS, Fuck the System, which is the song I'm gonna do for you guys today.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
You gonna get those bars?
Yeah,
son?
for sure.
Those bars better be hot, man. I'm telling
you know,
if they whack, man.
I cooked them.
I'm gonna tell you, man.
I cooked them up for a long time. You know, I took my time with them, and like I said, it's very honest. So I hope, you know, people that follow and listen to you guys, they don't be thrown off so much. You know what I'm saying? Because this ain't your. This ain't this new era of music, you know. Not to shit on anybody.
What's wrong with the new era?
No, it's just
like
different.
Greats?
They you know, they doing their thing, and I respect them. I got nothing but love and adoration for everybody, every, you know, brother that's out here, you know, being positive and making moves and stuff like that. But, you know, taste wise and stuff like that. And I think just, you know, I got something different to offer, and, you know, a breath of fresh air, but you know, the future as well, you know, for sure.
All right, Playboy. Well, before we get into this young performance, you know what I'm saying, until we get to these bars, you know what I mean? Like, just let the people know where they can find your stuff at, where, you know, all your social medias and everything.
Yeah.
Let them know what's good, son.
Yeah, for sure. We in the process of website, the official Brand Mavrick website is under construction now. So, you know, be soon, you know, we gonna be posting about that. But in the meantime, you can hit me up on Facebook at Brand Mavrick. That's Brand Mavrick, no E, Mavrick. Instagram at Brand Mavrick, Twitter at Brand Mavrick. Pretty much all of it's the same. YouTube, SoundCloud, Brand Mavrick as well. So you know, just look out for me. We got I got the video for POS coming real soon. So I think that's dope, and I think everybody gonna like that. You know, I'm gonna be around, you know. So you know, just look out for me, man. Just look out for me. We gonna be just take this on to the future and just try to make great music and turn Chicago into the new hub. That's my goal, you know. That's one of my personal goals. So
that's why I'm talking.
Take this shit at one level high, you know.
All right, bro. Well, we definitely gotta do this again for sure.
For sure,
I feel
man.
like we could have talked about all types of shit.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? So like that shit is awesome. Everybody, give it up. Mavrick.
Yes, sir.
All right,
Yes, sir.
we gonna get to these bars now, though.
Yeah, I'm ready, man. You ready?
Let's get it cracking.
I'm ready.
I'm ready. Like, let's do it.
Let's take this shit one.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah. What's up? First and foremost, I'd like to send a shout out to Ultimate Rage for giving a young boy like me an opportunity to come in and show off what I could do. Man, Chicago. This right here, it's a song off of Rhythm and Blues, the Southside Tale, you know? Fuck the System, Brand Mavrick, 2018. That's why I'm fucking up the whole thing. The hood waiting on me to blow up like propane in the left lane blowing dope. That nigga too hot, it's like a trunk full of cocaine. Loose tongue, tight grip, math on that killer shit. Black and white dress code for these dead presidents, it's evident. Niggas ain't gaining shit, but niggas still falling for the sucker shit. So for the fuck of it, I'ma like to stem up. Sit back, blaze and watch the world burn. And that was my turn, I'ma implement what I learned. How I learned that I learned. Niggas can't trust people, fuck niggas popular deserve now, can't you see? Look at how rapping dumbed down youth looking up to us, feeling like what now? Cause if you look around, you will see it's about to go down. We in the last days, that's what my granny said. So since time running out, let's just get this bread. While it's still worth some, we should earn some. Buy a little land some, maybe grow some. Money don't grow on trees, that's what my granny said. So boy, it's all said and done, let's just get ahead. Cause the powers that be when it's all dead. God bless America, 2 shots to the head. What's the cost of your freedom? How about your rights? Do you really need them? Land of the free. Bullshit, call this the land of the G's. And everybody got a role to play. There's something in my heart like me, Chalet. There's something on my mind that they got to say. They kill these niggas systematically every day. Ay! Can we trust? I'm telling y'all, it's real out here. Niggas need to wake up, man. Umbrella, brand Mavrick, let's go. That's why I'm fucking up the whole thing. The hood waiting on me to blow up like propane in the left lane blowing dope. That nigga too hot, he's like a trunk full of cocaine. Highway of light lights in my rear view. The only way to live a motherfuckers feel you. Cause anything less bitches will try you. It's like walking in a joint and them niggas size you. That's why I'm fucking up the whole thing. Came in this game, no elders ever got me. Just in case wolves try me. Casually strolling with my angels right beside me. Big boss, only your boss, kick it back that. Ride through the Southside like it's Baghdad. Game face on, can't be smiling with these niggas. I was 18 years young, wildin' with these niggas on my own for the first time. Back against the wall like a bug when I learn to walk, pray I don't fall. Naive to the real rules of the game. Silly me, thinking that the world will play fair. Who am I to think a motherfucker really care? If they see a nigga drowning, they'll put it on Snapchat. Will I buckle under pressure, bitch? Doubt that. The system try to knock me down, but I bounce back. Like roses and it. Goddamn, how much can I take when you're trapped in the system? Trying to find a way out. Getting high every day be your only way out. For a moment, escape to a place by the lake with the shots. Shots ain't ringing and the sirens ain't singing. Thugs ain't slinging. Wives of the altars ain't screaming. Damn, shots in this frame, no gun, but he to blame though. They took the chains off, but shit still the same though. It's just a few niggas riding in the Range Rovers. They love triangles, but don't see them angles. Fallen angels, Star Spangled, pledge allegiance to the. Oops, my bad. I told you I was TNT when I rhyme, so it's best not to fuck with me. Yeah. Told y'all. We gonna wake up, man. It's hard to fight a war when you sleep, you know? Grand Mavrick, let's go. The hood waiting on me to blow up like propane in the left lane blowing dope. That nigga too hot, he's like a trunk full of cocaine. Loose tongue, tight grip, Mav on the killer shit. Black and white dress code for these dead president is evident. Niggas ain't gaining shit, but niggas still falling for the sucker shit. So for the fuck of it, fuck it. Yeah. I'm telling y'all, it's real. Ultimate Rage. What's up? 2018, let's get it. Rhythm and blues. A Southside tale. It's out now. Grand Mavrick. Look for me, man. Debut album coming next year. This is what it's all about. New music. Real artistry. Truth. Must be truth and power this time around, you know? MLJ made this track. Shout out. Everything is real. Yeah. I'll get it. Umbrella.
Yeah, that shit was hot, son. Thanks for coming out, yo.
Thank you.
Thank y'all for checking us out at Rage the Show. Shout out to Pulsar Horizon. Follow us on Patreon. Become a patron. Get access to all the background, all the behind the scenes and everything. You know what I'm saying? Need a little change, you know what I'm saying? Niggas be broke these days, all right? See you later. Keep raging out. Booyah!